Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bookish Babbles. Today, we're doing another book tag, in case you can't tell, obviously, by the title. Today, we're doing the end of year book tag, which was created on YouTube by Ariel Bissett, and I'll, of course, link the original video in the show notes. And because, we're at the end of September, which I can't get over. It still feels like my birthday was last week. And so there's only 3 months left of 2023, which I know I say this every year, but I can never wrap my head around how quickly the year goes by. So of course and so this, tag is just meant to talk about your reading plans with the first, last few months of the year. And I'm really bad at sticking to my reading plans, but it's always fun just to make these tags just to kind of see like where I'm at, what I'm thinking about doing, what I think I'll accomplish. But in reality, I don't think I will accomplish them realistically because I'm a huge mood reader. My mood changes for what I want to read can change at the drop of a hat. I might finish one book and think, oh, I want to read this book next, but then I finish that book and then it's like, oh, actually, no, I want to read this book over here. So never trust me when I say that I'm for sure going to read this book next, guys, because there is a 98% chance that it will not be that book. But anyway, another reason that I don't think that I can possibly read all the books I want to by the end of the year is because I'm busy, guys. Apart from just working full time and that getting in the way of my reading time, how dare I have to be an adult with a job. But I'm I'm rehearsing for 2 shows right now, and Puffs opens in a few weeks, which I'm totally not freaking out about. Because I have a good chunk of my lines memorized now, but it's just I still have to memorize a few more scenes, and it's just a matter. Like, I don't know, does anyone else feel this? I feel like the hardest part of memorizing your lines whenever you're in a show isn't necessarily like the lines themselves. It's the when I have to say them, like because it's like the line right before yours that you have to remember as well, which the more times we practice and get into the scenes, the easier it is to start really remembering. Because like now when I'm practicing by myself, I kind of know what the line is right before mine when I'm trying to memorize a scene where I'm talking back and forth with a character. But it's still a lot of work, guys. I don't know why I started heavy breathing, don't mind me. But I'm rehearsing for Puffs, and then after that, and I'm still rehearsing for Scrooge the musical, which opens in December. So that one I have less lines to memorize, but still plenty of music and choreography to learn, and blocking as well. So those keep me busy, guys. But I do keep planning to put this to get episodes out for this podcast. Probably realistically, I might do an every other week release schedule, especially because we're going to start reading all the Rick Riordan universe books. But maybe bonus episodes. But this is just a good episode to do in between, like, because the fangirl reading and then reading through all the Rick Riordan books. And I'm all over the place with just trying to explain everything going on in my life right now, but it's fine. But in terms of reading, the Rick Riordan books, I want to go in timeline, like chronological order, because it includes like not just Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, but also the Kane Chronicles, the Magnus Chase books, and the little novellas and everything that happens in between. And I'm just going off like the Rick Riordan wiki timeline, and according to this one, because we're going in chronological order, the first story in the timeline is from the Demigod Diaries, specifically the story called The Diary of Luke Castellan. And I'm just gonna do one episode focusing on that one, guys. I'm not gonna break it apart into like part 1 and part 2, because it's a short story. We're just gonna talk about that one at once. So that episode is gonna come out either next week or the following week. Again, just depends how busy I am this week, because I think I have rehearsal every single night this week. Yeah, most likely I do. But it's all good and fun, and and again, if you are in like the southern, Massachusetts area, come see the show if you want to. Because it's a fun, very silly show and celebrates a certain wizarding world, and the best part is no money goes towards She Who Must Not Be Named. Yeah, I should post about, ticket information on my Instagram page in case anyone wants to see the show. But anyway, and is that all the housekeeping stuff I have? Maybe. Ooh, I should probably also post ticket information for Scrooge very soon because I know the ticket sales are already going crazy because it is a popular show, especially with families in this area. Okay, I'll just get into the questions. There aren't too many because I want this episode to be short and quick because got lots to do. Dang it, I got so used to talking with someone now. Thanks, Sarah. It's weird when I'm just talking into the void again. I'll adjust, especially once I have to go on and on about Percy and Friends. All right, what's the first question? Also, I did not prepare answers ahead of time, so you guys are just listening to me give answers on the spot. Okay, question 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So 2 stick out right now, because I think I probably started a few and then gave up. Actually, I know I started several this year because they were all book club books that I gave up on and will never finish probably. But the 2 non-book club books that I want to finish are All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir, a book that I've been saying I will read forever, and I still haven't. I started it, but then I wasn't in the right mood for it, guys. It was just something happened in the beginning that just made me sad, and I'm like, not in the mood. But hopefully I'll actually finish it this year. In fact, I think I might finish it via audiobook because it's a little bit of a drive between to get to rehearsal. So I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, but I could, realistically get a lot of reading done by listening to audiobooks just by driving back and forth from rehearsal every night and just, driving to work as well. So I do a lot of driving, I'm realizing. Okay. And the other one is a book I was going to finish, but I lost, The Happy Place by Emily Henry. I am so mad that I still cannot find that book. I don't understand it. Anyway, next question. Do you have an autumnal book do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. Okay, so probably a couple. I mean, obvious answer for me is book 5 in the Anne of Green Gables series. It's like Anne's House of Dreams, because I read earlier this year I read books 2 to 4 and I really, really loved them, and then got on to reading other things, but I really do love the Anne of Green Gables series, and I need to read Anne's House of Dreams because she and Gilbert, spoiler alert, are married, and I love them. It's all I ever want to see. We've been building up to this, guys. But yeah, because those books just feel very fall themed to me. Like they're perfect, and I love them so much. So that one, and also there's a graphic novel. I think it's called Crumbs. That's like a witchy graphic novel, and that's always very fall-y. Folly? Is that a word? Fall themed, because obviously witches, Halloween, it's spooky season, so makes sense to me. But yeah, those 2 books I think I do want to read this year, or like by the end of November or whatever, because it just feels right. Okay, next question. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? As of this recording, yes. I think the book will come out by the time this episode comes out, but Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods, oh my god, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Actually, yeah, there's a good chance that or maybe I could, depending how fast I can read it. But depending how quickly I read Chalice of the Gods will likely depend on when I record the episode to talk about the Diary of Luke Castellan, because I know when that book comes out, it's all I'm going to want to do. It's all I'm going to want to read. It's all I'm going to want to talk about, which is hard because, like I said, I am so busy right now. In fact, I'm tempted to call out of work on Tuesday. Don't tell anyone I said that. But yeah, that is something I am very, very much looking forward to. And are there any other books coming out the end of this year? I have no idea. I don't track new releases the way I used to. Just like the big ones, obviously, like, the Rick Riordans, the Cassandra Clares, the Taylor Jenkins Reads, but yeah, unless someone tells me about new books coming out, I don't keep track of them anymore, because I got way too many books that I need to read. Actually, no, Sarah and I have talked about anticipated releases for the following year. She will likely have more answers than me. I need to actually look up to see what's coming out in the following year. But that's your little hint, not hint, teaser, I guess, for a future episode. I don't know. My brain doesn't work, guys. It's fine. But yeah, Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods. That is what I'm looking forward to. Okay, next question. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Well, other than the Anne's House of Dreams, I don't know, what do I want to read before the end of the year? Good question. Desperately staring at my shelves next to me, trying to figure out what the hell I want to do. Oh, you know what? I really need to read A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross, because it's a sequel to A River Enchanted, which I read and I absolutely adored. And it's weird that I haven't read the sequel yet, maybe because it's big. I'm intimidated. But yeah, I told myself, because I want to finish reading that one before I read any of Rebecca Ross's other books. Like, I'm holding off on Divine Rivals. I keep hearing incredible things about it. Okay, so there's one. A Fire Endless. What else do I want to read? Why do I suddenly just forget every book I want to read? Oh, I got one. Genderqueer. It is ridiculous at this point that I haven't read it. Yeah, I almost said that Carrie Sato is back, but I actually just finished reading it today, guys. So, woohoo! Finally. Oh, and okay, I got number 3, guys, because this is a book I do actually want to read really soon. How to Be Eaten by Maria Adelman. It has to do with fairy tales, and I think them going to therapy. Seems like a good book to read before the end of the year, especially as the weather's getting colder, because it has that feel of like cold weather gathering around to tell a story. So yeah, that one would be really good. Also, maybe the Poppy Wars, but because I keep wanting to start that series, so maybe that one. But yeah, those 3 books. Yes, please, want to read. Okay. Next question. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Well, I don't know. I'm bad at predicting what I think will become like my favorite, because I read every last word earlier this year, and oh my god, did that book it got to me. I did not expect that book to get to me, but like it got to me in the best way possible. I don't know. I guess A Fire Endless maybe, because I really I really loved A River Enchanted. I could see myself really loving that one potentially if it sticks the landing. I don't know. I mean, obviously, Anne's House of Dreams, like, because Anne of Green Gables is just always a safe bet for what's my favorite. I don't know. Maybe How to Be Eaten. Tough to say. Should probably move on, because because I always struggle with that question. All right, and the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2024? And no, I almost never make reading plans. I mean, I guess my go-to every year is to just read more bigger books, which I haven't really done, so failed that one. Oh yeah, because I think I set myself up, one of my goals this year was to read Priory of the Orange Tree, which maybe I could, but I can't see myself doing it, especially given how busy I'm going to be over the next few months. Because when I'm this busy, all I want to do is read like shorter books and like graphic novels. I don't want to commit to longer books. Then again, I am going on like a little mini vacation at the end of October to Colorado, but because I have a hardcover copy of Priory of the Orange Tree, guys, it would be a slight pain to carry around because I tend to want to travel with paperbacks because they're obviously lighter. But that's the last question because it's not a very long tag, so which is why I chose it. Short, sweet, to the point, I guess. Anyway, anyone who wants to do the tag, I recommend doing it because it's fun. Do in any capacity you want, whether it's YouTube, on a podcast, Instagram, TikTok, I don't care. Just if you want to do the tag, do it. If it helps you set up some end of the year reading goals, great, perfect. Or it gives you an idea and you don't read any of the books you initially set out to do. Like me. I almost never actually read the books I say I'm gonna read. Anywho, like I said, in the next episode, we'll be talking about the Diary of Luca Castellan. If you have any thoughts, opinions, questions, comments about the story that you want me to talk about just, feel free to send them my way. You can find me on Instagram. All that information's in the show notes. Even email, I guess, because I always post the email address for this podcast in the show notes as well. So, just feel whatever method you want to do. And if you want to send some thoughts, go right ahead. But thank you again for listening. Hope y'all have a great day/night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.